Good morning. Today I'm going to go for a hike here at Echo Valley State Park. I'll be hiking on the Jensen Trail, a trail I have not hiked before. So I'm anxious to see what it's all about. Join me. I did not find a formal trail map anywhere here in the park. So I'm really not sure if I'm at the beginning of it or in the middle of it or what. I did see that there's this hiking or trail sign. So I'm going to take this, see where it leads. But otherwise, I really am not sure if I'm in the right spot. If this is the correct spot, the trailhead is right near the small parking area, right off the road. When I was checking this out online, I did notice pictures of this bridge. So I must be in somewhat the right area. And my understanding is the entire trail is wide like this. Crossing over what I believe is a trout stream. Oh, this is pretty. This is quite pretty. Now the trail crosses one of the roads through the park, continues on. If my recollection is correct, this might be an old railroad bed. The scenery here with the moss-covered limestone is really pretty. This looks like it might be a good area to bring some grandkids. As I was looking around trying to get my bearings, a runner on the trail stopped and I was able to get some guidance on this trail. So if I understood her correctly, this trail goes out for 2 miles, hits Golden Road, which would take you back into West Union. So it's not a loop. So I'm going to walk this a little ways and then I'm going to come back and take some side trails because she said there's an old mill and other scenic areas. So I'll just do some walking here and see what I can find. I do see another bridge coming up. This one's got a cage of sorts over it. I don't know if they're fearful I'm going to jump or what. But let's take a look. Oh, look at the spider web up in the corner. Over another trout stream. There must be some local story about the locks. R plus C, no initials, G plus B, Ed. Maybe that's Ed. Not sure. Must be some local story about these locks on this bridge. Up here to the left, I'm seeing a bunch of color. What do we have going on here? Oh, we've got some wildflowers still blooming. We've got one of the asters. I don't know if that's black-eyed Susan or one of the coneflowers. Purple coneflowers. And more. I do believe I'll stop and shoot a couple of photos here. Since I'm seeing this so close to the trail, I'm going to go up and take a look at this limestone. This is pretty. Who says Iowa's flat? I think I'll take a picture or two. As much as a flat trail would be easy to hike and enjoyable, and the locals are telling me that it's scenic, I'm going to stay on this trail and see where it takes me. Since it looks like it sort of is going back in the general direction of where I parked the Jeep, we'll see. Who knows, I may have to turn around. This trail does not appear like it's seen a whole lot of traffic. Nice overlook here. Oh, this is pretty. Wow. I'm kind of curious how I didn't hear about this place long ago. It's not that far from home. Christy and I and the kids could have had this explored for many years by now. Oh well. Know about it now, we'll head up here. This little narrowness kind of reminds me of a small scale hike to Charlie's Bunyan on the Appalachian Trail, where you are right on the edge. Either side of it you could drop a ways. This is a little wider than the Bunyan, but not much. Oh, look at this scenery. Imagine this in a month or so. I'm going to have to make a trip back up here. I know that already. Very interesting hike. A long ways down. When my buddy suggested that I hike this, I don't remember him specifically mentioning that I needed to get off that old rail bed. But I'm sure glad I did. This is great. At some point, I imagine this trail is going to be going down again. But that makes sense if it left from a from an old rail bed. They're going to go on as close to level ground as they can. So they must have carved their way through. I don't know how they went through the limestone. This area of Echo Valley State Park is no hunting. Now, adjacent to the park, there is public hunting, but right here, there's no hunting. So if I can get in, and I'm not sure if it's open all year or not, but if I can get in, I can be here during the hunting season. Oh, look at this. Brought me to a road. I had driven this stretch earlier, and it is a steep grade down to the trout stream. I don't remember which one. But there's the regulations for this part. And now let's look over here where the opportunities for others exist. Fair enough. Multi-use. I think I'll walk down this trail just a ways. Old conifers. Let's look at that. The stories these trees could tell. If I would take that road back, walk that road back, it would take me back to the Jeep. But the runner and then a couple that I talked to both mentioned there's an old mill or remnants of old construction on the other side of one of these bridges that I want to go check out. So I'm going to be backtracking now a bit. I don't care. It's fine. And I stand corrected on that timber back there. That was not all conifers. That was a mix. But it was pretty anyway. My goal for today was a light, comfortable hike. So I've got minimal equipment with me. I do have my GoPro and my regular camera, but not much more. I even left home, or left in the truck, my tripod and my monopod, which I'm regretting now because there's enough low light composition areas here that I could be using one of those pieces of equipment. Look what I found here. It's not real young, but it still looks quite good. Boy, it feels good to be out on a trail like this again. It's been so long since I've been on a trail where it's up and down and rocks and ruts. Open light and mottled light. There's something to be said for conditions like this. I've hiked all of the trails on Isle Royale, and my buddy and I hiked part of a very small part of the Appalachian Trail, and families hiked Porkies and other trails, and this is the kind of stuff I like. Shane, you were so right in suggesting this spot to hike. I do appreciate the information. Well worth the drive and the energy. Quite often as I stop and start my recordings, it's because I'm taking pictures of something. Assuming some of these turn out, which I'm hoping they will, rather confident that they will, I will add them to the end of this video. So be sure to watch to the end if you want to see the still photos. So there's some scenery and there's some wildflowers. Well, here I am back to the old railroad bed trail. And I will follow this one for a while till I get back to that bridge. And I'll hike up that bridge. Take a look at the old construction things that people told me about. Oh, the old railroad bed is nice, but I'm so glad I got off trail. So clearly this place offers something for everybody. If you just want to get out and walk, cover some distance, walk on this trail. If you want to see more, take the off trails. On that bridge down there, it says 1890 it was built. I'm not sure who would have done it, if it was a Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC, or somebody else, or the railroad, I don't know. Back in the heyday of the railroad. All right, somewhere along here, now I should be able to go up or down, I don't know, and see some old remnants. If my understanding is correct, this should be a trail that takes me to some of the old infrastructure that used to exist here. Not sure what it is, but I'm going to follow it and find out. Maybe. Now let's take this one. Some effort was put into these steps, so must be something important to see down here. Oh. Look at this little walkway. Some effort was put into this. I like it. But what's at the end? It's a mystery. It's heading to the stream, so it's got something to do with the water, I'm sure. Okay, and now we go down. Oh, this is nice too. You don't want to just walk down these steps assuming they're all the same height. If you do, you're going to lose some skin. Oh. An old bridge, old dam. Not sure what it is. Isn't that sound of that moving water relaxing? This little spur trail right here might take me somewhere too. Ah, look at this. Look at this. And I didn't bring my tripod. I'm at great risk of falling here, and I don't want to do that. Oh, look at that. I bet that made some noise when it went down. And I would have been hiking up above there. Boy, I'd like to know how I didn't know about this place. This is really pretty. And I've got a grandson that's mentioned trying to learn how to trout fish. And I'm certainly not very successful at it, but I'd be willing to learn with him, especially if it's down in an area like this. Nice and quiet, nobody around. My kind of place. And I'm wondering if this won't just take me back to where the drive-up access is. This hike today is almost like a self-confession time. Some of you regular viewers know that I had to have some pretty substantial shoulder surgery done months ago now, and I'm in the recovery process. Had I not had surgery done, I would be paddling a lot. Probably almost every day like I used to do. But with this shoulder surgery and these restrictions, I'm now out walking and hiking, and I'm learning to see again. And it has been so much fun. I don't know that I'll ever get back to just paddling all the time, nearly every day like I did. This has been an awakening, and I guess a blessing in disguise. And with a video like this today, you get to be part of it. So I hope you enjoy it. Trail leads to something here. Not sure what it is. Oh. It's an old grist mill. I had no clue. So this was before the CCC. Burned to the ground in 1883. I had no idea. While I was looking at the grist mill, I saw a car drive by. You might have heard it or seen it too. I'm not sure where I'm at. I know I have to go back up the hill. So, well, where am I at? There's more here. I'm at a campground of some sort. I'll take the road back. It's all starting to make sense to me now. I crossed this road earlier and hiked the trail down to the bridges, and then I turned left, went through the woods, climbed around, and now if I follow this one back and go to the right, it should take me back to the Jeep. It's on an adventure like this that the old saying rings true to me, that all who wander are not lost. And I literally am just wandering today. If I don't get out of here by tonight, then I'm lost. Right now I'm just wandering and having a very good time. Well, the moment of truth is coming up now. Am I in the right spot or am I not? Up here to the right, I can see it. At least I think it's mine. I got a Jeep. And a sign. And yes, there it is. What a nice hike. This is very enjoyable, and I would encourage others to do it too. Very nice. There's one last little surprise here that I'm going to try to record for you. But I have to do that from the comfort of the Jeep. So give me a minute and I'll show you that. I hope you enjoyed this brief exploration of Echo Valley State Park. I'm going to have to come back and do more exploring because I'm sure I've only touched the surface, but what I did see was great, and I hope to come back when the leaves have changed a bit. If you stayed with me this long, I do thank you for watching, and I encourage you, click the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.